Hello and salutations, it's me, Salty. Welcome back to Two Cents Listen. Today, going over the MOTU Origins Lords of Power Mer-Man. This came to me by way of Big Bad Toy Store. I was very eager to get this. I very much like the armor on this one, kind of the aesthetics, and he's a merman. You know, we've got Mer-Man already, but he's different enough to me to justify getting a second Mer-Man. Variety is the spice of life, after all. Looking at him, you see we get the old Lords of Power logo, which I didn't know until the Lords of Power, was that 5-pack? 4-pack, 5-pack, whatever it was the PowerCon exclusive last year, and I had to ask Michael French what it meant, because, again, I'm pretty well new to MOTU. Same card back we normally get, Sucker Punch comic behind him. On the back here, we get everyone else who's available in this wave. Evelyn and Mer-Man were filmed back-to-back, and Fakers after them. I don't know what order they're all coming out in, but they were all filmed at the same time. That stuff on the side. Up here we have him doing battle with Tila and a horse. I don't know the name of her horse. And a nice little sea monster type of deal. So that's kind of cool. All that out of the way, I'm going to cut him off the bubble, look at his weapon, we'll look at the detail, we'll compare him to Mer-Man and Steamboat, the wrestler that has that same armor, and we'll call it a day. Here we have a map of the removable parts, which is pretty well standard for the MOTU Origins line. Here's Sucker Punch again, first page, next page, page after that one too, this one, and the last one. And there's the back. Here we have his sword, and I'm not going to make the same joke from the other Mer-Man video. Compared to the other release, they're the same mold, just a different shade of yellow. This one's much brighter, this one almost is translucent. You can tell the difference. There's the bottom, and the sword fits in the hand just fine. And here's Mer-Man. Very different from the other Mer-Man release. And color, actually a lot of it's different. Some reused parts obviously, but you can see the differences in heads. Obviously this is more toy inspired. The armor is a night and day difference. The little part here is attached, where this one's actually part of the waistcloth. They have a different crotch, so he has the furry trunks where he doesn't. Boots are night and day different, except for the feet, they're pretty much the same. And the little gloves are drastically different. These look more like shark fins. There's the assemblage on the back for both, so you can see how they attach differently. And here's the Steamboat Dragon, which I think is his name. I just call him Steamboat because I really don't know his name. You can see they have the same armor. Don't worry, we will be doing armor swaps, but same armor. So let's go ahead and do armor swaps, then we'll do articulation. Before I reattach everything, that's what it looks like with the little waist. That's what it looks like with Ricky's armor, which doesn't look too bad. Just, I don't know, not really doing it for me. Doesn't look terrible, just not ideal. Before I reattach everything, that's what it looks like if you leave the waist belt on, which looks a little silly. And that's what he looks like with the other Mer-Man armor on, which actually doesn't look bad. It matches the yellow on the arms and the feet, so it's actually not too bad. And that's what the other Mer-Man looks like with that armor on, which again, doesn't look bad. The orange matches the orange on the face. So at first, the color variant on the new Mer-Man almost bothered me, but now it makes sense. So that way you can swap the armor around and it actually matches, looks pretty good. And that's what a head swap looks like. You'll have to imagine the armor isn't there, but you can see that the greens don't quite match. You can fake it a little bit better with the other one, but that's only because I have that collar on, and especially when the white balance goes crazy on my camera. It looks really great. It looks blue and yellow, but that's just because the white balance is nuts. So let's go ahead and go over articulation now. Looks up that far, looks down that far, side to side, tilt, shoulder spin 360. Because this is very soft and just moves out of the way pretty easily. Comes up at a 90. Single joint in the elbow, comes up that far. Elbow swivel, wrist swivel, pivot in and out, swivel in the waist, kicks forward that far, kicks back that far, kicks out. Single joint in the knee, comes up that far. Knee swivel, boot swivel, ankle goes back, forward, and ankle rocker. Speaking of ankles, one of these things is not like the other. Someone got a little overzealous in the factory, I guess, so my peg looks like it's completely bent, so I'm gonna have to hit him with some hot water, pop that off, try to straighten it out, and then put it back on. It's not a bad figure, just some quality control. Someone was a little quick that day, I guess, or not quick enough. So because of that, he goes forward like that, and all the way back like that. So, should look like that, looks like that instead. Doesn't stop him from standing up on his own, though. Speaking of which, there he is next to the other Mer-Man, Evelyn, Ram-Man Tim, Buzzsaw Hordak. God damn it. Buzzsaw Hordak, Beastman, Man-Faces, Man-at-Arms, and Scareglow, just because we haven't seen him in a while. And that's all I got for today. I very much like this version of Mer-Man. I like the head with all the new armor, the new parts, and all that kind of stuff. I think he looks really cool. I know that there's some paint differences between the con version and this one. I'm not gonna lose sleep over that. If it bothers me that much, I'll just paint it myself, but it really doesn't bother me that much. I've got him here on top of Frenzy. I know I'd find a use for this shark. I know it's a little more detailed in terms of paint and all that for MOTU, but I think it fits. A robot shark, I mean, they got Faker, they got all sorts of stuff, so why not? Got some old Dio pieces that you haven't seen in a long time, and Skeleton, probably a little graphic, but who cares? Anyway, let me know what you think down below. Is this a version of Mer-Man that you like? Do you think that the new armor and the new head is worth buying a new version of the same character over again kind of deal? Personally, I think it is. Variety's the spice of life, plus Mer-Man's kind of cool, I think. Also, let me know if you knew what Lords of Power was before all this, so that way I don't feel so alone. But anyway, if it's your first time on the channel today and like what you saw, then all I ask is that you click like on the video and subscribe to the channel. It's a great way to help me out. I very much appreciate it when you do. And I do thank all of you for stopping by and spending some time with me today. So, until next time, I'm Salty, signing off.